Okay, welcome back, everybody. Got an angry boy. No good. No good. Dang it. Well, we're going to start the stream up. Ezra, welcome in. Jordan, welcome in. We're starting this up, but I have to go check on the boy. 1 second. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. We're drawing some rugbies. It is Friday. It is a viewer suggestion. We're going to be drawing some stuff. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody has some good plans for the weekend. It's supposed to be hot again here, so we will see. We will see how things go. We're going to start drawing some stuff. I'm going to draw a quick rugby and see what happens here. Very gestural rugby, if you will. You know what could be funny? Oop, I need to make sure my mic is actually working. Yes, my mic is working today. Okay. I recorded the audio and got the video started, which is great because that's been taking me forever. It always breaks my mic for some reason. I don't know. Ooh, what have I done? Turned rugby into some kind of bunny. I don't know what I've done here. GG, welcome in. This is the weirdest rugby I think I've drawn in a while. Fever dream rugby. It's the mouth. It's definitely the mouth. Teeth. No one was expecting teeth. Oh, is that so? Cooking while watching the stream? Nice. Oh, that reminds me. Hey. What are you doing? Yeah, that's not for you. You're not allowed to climb up there. Oh my. Sad baby. He is full of beans today. Full of beans. Sir Bones, welcome in. Welcome in. How's everybody doing today? It's like deranged rugby today, I guess. Did everybody get their suggestions in this week? The list isn't too big. We might be able to finish it today. We'll see what happens. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. What if we did this instead? There's a very excited rugby now. We gotta draw the weird rugby toes. It's just part of it. Part of the character. Gotta have the toes. Ba-da-da-da-da. I need to find some new music. I've been listening to this music for a while. Hopefully with the game I'll have a cool soundtrack I can share with people. I'm gonna have to start working on that too. Oh, goob. Having a development problem this morning. Problem with development. How do I say that? I have the reward screen at the end of the game that gives you like, hey, pick from these 3 rewards, and then you always have a chance to choose gold. So like, you have 4 options, and then you have to pick one, and then it goes to the next wave. And I'm thinking I should have a button that like re-rolls it, right? Just over here. It's like, you don't like these 3 options, push the button, just re-rolls to something else. And I'm not sure if I should do, like, if this gives you 100 gold, and this costs 10 gold, can essentially re-roll up to 10 times and still get some gold reward, you know? So I'm trying to figure out how much it should cost to re-roll things, whether or not you can like re-roll one at a time or re-roll all of them. A lot of questions. And so it goes. Bum 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 bum. Alright, let's roll some dice. I'm going to jump right into it today. I think that's the smart thing to do. If you have not suggested something on the community post on Monday, you're very welcome to suggest something in the chat. We're just going to go for it. A 5. We have a Wizwelk, which is snail. I think Dalcor drew that one on Wednesday, so we're going to try to reroll that. Big burly black pudding man. Okay. Very humanoid. Excuse me. In appearance, uses a pseudopause to fight with. A black pudding that wants to be a hero. All right. Is there a specific name for an in-world fiction character who somehow leaps off the page and becomes real? Christopher, welcome in. Would the effect being like if Robin Hood just suddenly showed up? Is that what you're talking about? Because like, or are you talking about someone being made out of paper? Because there's definitely spells that like summon. I'm trying to think of the cleric spells that do this. There's some spells that summon guardians. And those, you could have them be fictional characters. Like, that would make a lot of sense. Because someone is, like, visualizing them as the thing that's going to be their guardian. How burly should I make this big boy? I guess if he's made out of ooze, he should be pretty goopy. Like Robin Hood? Yeah, okay. I don't think there is a name for that. I mean, you're basically, with, I guess, the opposite of isekai, right? Or What the hell's that movie called? Last Action Hero, I think. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gravity Falls did an episode of that where the video game started coming to life. It's definitely a trope, but I can't think of what the name would. What do we call that? Okay, so I've just drawn a big burly guy that looks like Majin Buu. That does not look black pudding enough for my liking. You know what? That actually might be a good way to check that. Let's go to Google. Let's go. What type of movie is Last Action Hero? Trope-wise. Looks like Boo. It might be Boo, yeah. Metafictional is the word you're looking for. Metafictional. Fourth wall breaking. No. Da, 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 da. No. Okay, so Last Action Hero is making fun of superhero movies. A trope where a comic book character leaves the fictional world and enters the real world is known as breaching the narrative. There you go. That's what you would call it. Breaching the narrative. This is an ooze boy. He would not have collarbones. He wouldn't have ribs. Just nothing but goopy muscle. So let's start over. Oh, why did my tablet just die? That was weird. Oops, I was drawing that on the rugby layer anyways, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of all that. Beep, beep, beep. Let's get a little more of a goop shape. Narrative breaching, yeah. Breaching the narrative or narrative breaching. Yep, I think that's both of those would work. We're gonna make this guy look like Rhino or something. Maybe he should have a long, goopy neck. That could be kind of interesting. Oh, God. I drew it on the rugby layer again. Hold on. 1 second. Okie dokie. Let's try this again. See what chat's doing in Discord. I accidentally closed it. Nothing. Discord chat's doing nothing. Okay. So I do want to make this guy a little weird and monstrous because I don't want him to look too much like a person. So I think we're going to give him a big old noodle neck. Like that. Maybe no face. Maybe no face. And just like big old goop. This is essentially what Zack from League of Legends. Is that what his name was? Big goo monster? Or was it Gak? He had the big pseudopod noodle on his head too, which is fine. I dig this concept here, so we're gonna go bigger. We're gonna go bigger. Oh, this guy's a black pudding too, so like this should be. Maybe we just do it that way. Maybe we just fill it in. Use Druid's method. It was Zack? Okay. Why Zack? That's a weird name. Was he a dude at one time? I feel like they could have gone with all manner of different ooze, slimes, or mold references. Unless Zack is a mold reference. What's special about black puddings? I don't remember. Saw him as a child. Ah, so he was given a human name on purpose. That makes sense. I say human, but like humans are the off species in that universe, so. I should look up black puddings real quick before I get too much further. If a large worldly creature can survive decapitation, would that mean that their brain is somewhere in the torso? Yes. I mean, what do you mean by large worldly creature? Like a troll maybe can survive from decapitation, but would they grow a new body or do they grow a new head? Or both? These are questions. These are questions that can be asked. Blah, blah, blah. Acid damage. Okay, it's just black acid. They can spit their corrosive or capable of climbing walls with a suction force. Alright. Alright. Kind of want to don't give him legs. Kind of want to don't give him legs. Yeah, that tracks. I'm just gonna have him be a slug. Da, da, ba, ba. I guess he doesn't necessarily need fingers. Fingers could be optional. Oops. Just needs big old mitts. One of the top search here is, what are the ways to defeat a black pudding? Fire, thunder, bludgeoning damage, piercing, necrotic damage. Like, there's a lot of ways to kill them.
Happy Friday.
Welcome in, Inferno. How are you today?
Hopefully on the tail end.
That's good.
Me personally, I would defeat a pudding with a mop.
With a mop?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. How would you defeat a pudding with a mop? D&D, that might get you killed.
It might.
There is an interesting idea about that, of just like throwing absorbent shit on the ground and seeing how.
Yep. Train it like a slug.
Yep. Hit it with a towel. Throw some salt on it.
How were priests able to defend against these things? By drying it out.
It's better a bullet with a silver insert than a full silver bullet. Silver alone makes a poor bullet because of the harder than lead, so it won't take to rifling. I've heard things about this, but also,
Silver's not as hard as you think it is.
what was the other thing? There's lots of ways to make a silver bullet that I probably can't talk about on YouTube without getting in trouble.
Correct.
But if we're talking about D&D stuff, like most of the guns are muskets anyways, so you can just kind of cram silver shit in there, like a fork or some coins. You're probably not sniping a werewolf, is all I'm saying. Rifling might not matter.
Yeah. When you have Vlad the Impaler asking you the question at his banquet, why are you stealing all the cutlery? Reasons.
It does stand to reason that... Oh, well, that was the thing about vampires, though, right? Like, the reason you could see mirrors is because they use silver nitrate.
Correct.
They can't be seen in mirrors. So they also have silver. Maybe they wouldn't have silver in their houses.
You would hope. But then you would instantly know. Because you'd be like, why is all the silverware gold or bronze? Right? Because stainless steel definitely wasn't a thing back then.
If a vampire merchant, hey, this isn't silver. What? I can see myself in it. That might be the next YouTube short. We'll find out.
Talking about putting your thumb on the scale.
Brum, Maybe I will give him a face. A little tiny face. And then the pseudopod. Or maybe... This is going to look really weird. What if the eyes are up here? Nope, I hate it. I hate all of it. Alright, let's try the face again. Could also go kind of a Venom route. That'd be interesting.
Too close to Cthulhu.
The question about the silver insert thing is, if you like copper jacket it, does the silver even touch the werewolf? Is it the fact that the bullet is made out of silver, or is it the contact with the silver that is important? Because a lot of times, not a lot of times, I have heard of certain things where like the werewolf has to be killed by inherited silver, because silver was a pretty common thing to like pass down to your kids, and so it might have been that it was a gift from a loved one that was really the important part of it, and not that it was actually silver. Silver was just a common.
Wouldn't that be like a variant of blessed silver?
You got real quiet there. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't it be like a variant of blessed silver?
Yeah, something like that. The Underworld movies took dramatic liberties with silver nitrate. They depicted it as opaque liquid metal like mercury, but really silver nitrate would be white and colorless crystal. Yeah, I mean, it was also like glowing. They also somehow like liquid sunlight, right? Yeah. Like they took a lot of weird liberties. I just rewatched those a little while ago, and they're fun. Daylight. I loved them. Don't get me wrong, but like the writing wasn't even consistent within its own universe, so I don't think they thought a lot of that through very well. They were just like, what if Matrix but werewolves? By the fourth one, it had just gone batshit bananas. I think I kind of like the other way better. I don't know. I could give it a skull. I do like giving ooze people skulls. What better way to make your party a little more comfortable than by putting the skull of a vanquished foe in your head, so you can retain their shape. Everybody wants to see the shape. Familiar shape. I'm friend now. My God. Lizard Samson? It's supposed to be an ooze. So, yeah, I'm struggling. I guess the werewolf bullets were the ones that had UV in them, right? Those were the glowing ones. You might be right.
Liquid daylight bullet. Yeah.
Yeah. Because at the beginning of those movies, it's like getting hit by a single silver bullet will kill you, and then by the end of it, it's like werewolves and vampires are just getting nuked left and right with bullets, and they're like, I'll be fine. It's totally fine. It's like... Oh, wait, welcome in, by the way. How are you? I've been seeing a lot of people posting stuff in the work in progress in chat. And I've been trying to do some like drawovers for people. I hope that's what people want when they put stuff in the work in progress. And if it is, it might be something fun to just like do, where I can get on stream and like actually do draw overs and stuff and help people with their art. If that's something people would be interested in, let me know. Maybe we can try to do that on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. Don't know why I said Wednesdays and Tuesdays, no Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I prefer to watch only the first two. Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's a good call. They definitely tried to take themselves a little too seriously, and then just gave up. Same kind of thing happened with the Resident Evil movies, though. It's just like, you either have to accept the silliness that you are, or you know, dramatically change. I like the Underworld universe. I think it's interesting, but I don't like the writing of those movies. They did a weird choices. Found Hellboy dodged the pit that Underworld fell into. Welcome in, Bionic. Underworld always felt like someone's World of Darkness campaign. The lore, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if they have the same director. The Hellboy movies, like, I liked the first ones they did. The remakes were also written too quickly. Like, they tried to pack too much stuff, and you didn't get to actually sit down and enjoy them. Which is sad. I really like Hellboy. Hellboy's, like, Magnola is one of my favorite artists. He's got a really cool style. Alright, I think we're about done with this bad boy. That's not how thumbs work. There we go. That's better. Doop 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 boo. You can account for the weirdness by accounting for players rolling. Yeah, I guess so. That might be an interesting way to look at those movies. It turns out the villain is also your son. Blah, blah, blah. The twists and turns in those movies are just wild. Wild. Okay, let's roll some dice. Let's see what we're doing. Remind me to brush your teeth? Yeah. It definitely looks like a Colgate monster. An ASMR cleric who's pretending to be a cleric of Lathander, but actually worships demigorgons. Well, I don't know who that is. Creativity, dawn, renewal, birth, aesthetic, spring. Gotcha. This is frustrating. So do I draw this guy? This is one of those Is there an elf god? Okay, that would make sense. Do I draw them so that they look like a cleric of Lathander, or do I draw them like a cleric that worships demons? They're an Aasimar. So they could look very, like, Halo-ish and then give them metal, like heavy metal stuff. This is this but that, right? These suggestions are always tough to draw because they are ethereal and not visual, right? So if you have someone pretending to be something, you either have to draw them failing at pretending or draw them delusionally so they think they're being successful. A two-headed elf theme since they are infiltrated? What do you mean by that? Two-headed elf theme. Because if you were a good spy and you didn't want people to know that you were worshiping a god, you wouldn't have any of their stuff on you. Right? It's like, yes, I am Draxnar, the elf-hating goblin. It's like, you're definitely an elf. Like, nope, I am a goblin who hates elves. It's like, okay. So if their outward appearance is supposed to be that they are worshiping this light god, then that's what I should draw. And I'm going to do that. And maybe that's my my naiveness, or maybe I'm not good at that type of thing. Maybe that's something that a better artist than I could figure out. Figure they might try to hide themes of their gods and their holy symbols of the others. That's true. You can maybe do that. You should carry the holy symbol of the rival god. Both Bonek. Yeah, but like, so then you would draw the picture and just have them holding that with a smug grin. Yeah, we could do that. We could just make them look kind of evil. Maybe they just have the correct holy symbol visible up their sleeve. How do I draw that, Bionic? How do I draw them having something hidden up their sleeve? Words are helpful and important. And they don't always translate to visual information. Agreed. we could do that. We could just have the holy symbol somewhere. What was the demigorgons? I don't know if they have a holy symbol, do they?
Not that I recall. At least not
Forked tail,
traditionally.
often coiled around the skull of a sword. Ooh. Okay. Oh, is that so? What happened? Nothing? Hi. You found more stuff to destroy? That's really funny. The spiraling why of a demigorgon cult can inspire madness in those who contemplate it for too long. Forked tail, often wrapped around a skull or a sword. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. We can add that symbol somewhere. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have drawn this as like a portrait with a tattoo on the neck. That would have been good because you could hide that. That could have been cool. Maybe we can do it here. Maybe we put it on the forearm.
Sounds like a 40K purity seal.
I was thinking of was Blade when the guy's got the tattoo on his lip.
Oh yeah.
I played you, yo. I feel like the Underworld universe is just the Blade universe, but like in LA. Actually, I don't know where. I think Blade is in New York, right? My point being, I think that would be really funny. That the Underworld people are just like, what's the word? Not flamboyant, but like edgy Hollywood starlets. All this
So there's
craziness is
stars
going on,
on
and then the rest of the
Broadway.
world is just everyone's totally fine. Okay, I like this, where we're going with this. We're gonna give them a blackened hand because I think that's cool. Speaking of being an edgelord, it's totally fine. Ooh, maybe we'll do it this way. Maybe we'll do a whole black hand. Probably do like a chainmail, but I'm gonna have to make the pen smaller so I can actually get the detail in. Blade, Underworld, and 30 Days of Night, put them all in the same universe. That could be fun. Yeah, just different types of vampires. I think 30 Days of Night was that a novel or a comic book first? I've done something very strange to this hand. Hold on a second. It's like twisted, funny. It's huge. That could be the other part of it, but Should go palm to... That's about right. It's a little long. This is a little long. I could probably truncate it a little bit. I wish there was a way to just disable chat. Magma. Comic pretty sure? Yeah. It would not surprise me if Blade did a 30 Days of Night crossover. For that reason. Okay, so we're going to put a skull right here. Whoa, what you got, kid? Oh, you found my belt? Just don't whack yourself with it, kid. He picked up the belt, just whacked himself. Just all by himself. Sir, you're gonna have to come with us. Wait, did Voldemort worship the Demigorgons? Is that what I just discovered? Did we just make this a Harry Potter villain? 3-issue series published in 2002. Nice. Was that made by the same guy that did 300? Published by IDW. I think 300 was done by Icon? Was it Icon? I can't remember. Or Image. It might have been Image. I don't want to do the furrowed brows. I want to do... Nose needs to come up. Pen needs to be smaller. Just want to make this person like a secret vampire now. For all the shit I give the Underworld movies because they're horrible, they're great.
The imagery is very distinct.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's part of the reason why the Twilight movies did so well, is that the imagery was very consistent.
That could be. Didn't some of the same people play in both of those movies?
That would not shock me in one iota.
Yeah. Is it Martin Sheen? Is that who's the werewolf? And then he's a vampire in Twilight. Heterochromia would fit this character too. It's subtle and gives two different colors to the eyes inside of crush, and so it starts slow. I have so many issues with that. Sorry, Elliot. Is this your character, Elliot? I hope I'm not just like shitting on your character. I don't mean to be.
I like the idea rather than actual heterochromia, them losing their contacts in one eye. And it was a colored contact, and one of their aides comes up to them and whispers, "You can't see out of your right eye, can you?"
Everyone look for my contact. That would be a really funny, really funny. It wouldn't work for like D&D, but like a critical fail. Like, oh yeah, you knock a contact out of your eye. Like, dang it. Glove snap. It was supposed to be that they were like pulling back their sleeve, but it does look like they're snapping a glove on their arm. Not my character, just opinions about clerics. It's good. Yeah. So heterochromia is pretty common in dogs, and it does happen in people. So like that's a thing, but I feel like it is overused in the D&D world as a crutch for like, ooh, see how interesting my character is now, and it's like,
yeah, I don't. Well, I can't recall any humans, because it does happen in humans.
Yeah,
but I
knew a
recall
guy that had heterochromia.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
The only ones that I can recall are ones that have slightly different tints of the same color.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I knew a guy that had, I think he had one brown eye and one blue eye, which was interesting. Maybe he had a green eye and a blue eye. That would make more sense, but
not saying they don't exist for sure, but it's usually not something dramatic like in dogs, where some dogs can have like a platinum eye in one eye and then some other weird color like a dark brown or a black in the other.
Did David Bowie wear a contact? Is that what his was? Can't remember. Something weird about David Bowie's eye. I can't remember if it was.
I don't know, but Bowie's done a lot of very interesting things.
Right, and I also think I think he was one of the reasons people like that aesthetic, you know. But,
the very unapologetic, weird.
Mm-hmm. I had a dog that had one brown eye and one white iris. Oh, weird. Yeah, so like it has the same vibe to me of like people wearing, like giving their characters eye patches, just because it looks cool. And it's like if there's a good story reason for it, I'm down. But like, just as an aesthetic vibe, I push back. I push back against it.
Even if just by pushing back is, but why?
Yeah.
And then if they say, because it looks cool, then you go, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never not do it because someone like, if somebody wants that for their character, that's what I was asking. Like, if that's what you want for your character, I would do it. But I think it's just overused. It is a very OC thing to do.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just trying to make their character push my character's super unique. And it's like,
But does it make them unique?
Not anymore. Everybody's doing it. First ones it did.
Oh, but
and like I said, it makes more sense if you're doing like a dog OC or something. It's more common, but still. I just know that one of the Demigorgons thing is dualism. Yeah. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, that's what we're doing right now, right? This is 100%. 100% a duality of a character. A schism.
I mean, that was the thing, right? The Demigorgon was originally centered around the idea of the old gods. So, like, the duality of what is good and what is chaos.
Mm-hmm. I would use characters for a cleric of Nathus or Urgathoa as well. Yeah, see, like with Nathus, I could see Nathus having two different colored eyes because like half of his body is burnt. So like that makes sense to me. Urgathoa, I don't know. I think I would just go for the glowing undead eyes, right? Like worry less about the color and just go crazy with the maybe gold or like teal. How to be unique? Give your character a nuanced, realistic, and horrific trauma. Yeah, that does feel to be the case, doesn't it? Character design is a weird thing. I love it. I love playing with it, and it is very much one of those things where everybody kind of has their own vibe and their own feel for it. And unfortunately, like when you're doing commission art and stuff to that effect, you do bump into the a lot of tropes, but also just a lot of, I'm going to call it collective collective familiarity. Like a lot of people will suggest the same thing because they all like it, and that's totally fine. And like it falls into the aesthetics and stuff. So I've had a handful of people commission me to do basically just draw Dritz, which is great because he's a great archetype. Same thing with Grog. Like Grog is a great barbarian archetype. And I think the warlock, like the duality thing, what you're talking about, makes total sense. Of just like giving someone heterochromia because it like, oh, it makes them seem like two different things. It's like, you could also give them like a dragon arm. Like both of those are legitimate. So yeah.
Or a dragon eye.
Mm-hmm. Had a lot of dragon eyes. I like that one. I like that one over the color because then it actually, when you're pushing those kind of narratives, I feel like taking the safe route of giving someone like a tattoo they can hide, or like, oh, their eyes are different color, but like that could just be anything. It's not apparent what it meant to be. So I definitely like it when things are a little more opaque. Like what's the guy from Baldur's Gate that gets turned into a tiefling, half a tiefling? You meet him in chapter 1. Will? I think it's Will. He very much is like half.
Oh, you mean that hunter who made the pact with what's her face?
I never actually played with any of the NPCs in Baldur's Gate, so. So I know nothing about them. Multiplayer, yo. It's great.
Yeah, Will.
He had two colored eyes, but he also had half a body of demon, which I'm super on board for.
Yeah, it was a warlock.
Yeah. In Wrath of the Righteous, Lan is a mongrel that is literally half scaly dude, half human. Nice. Yeah, that was the fun thing about like half dragons. I think half dragons a fun way to go as well, because you I mean, you're not half a dragon, but like the dragon side should be more than just skin deep. Ah, you see, I have a dragon liver, and I cannot get drunk.
As much as I may try.
Yeah. I'm also immune to hot sauce. Maybe it should be... We could do it this way. What if we do it as wraps? Like, they've got a whole bunch of wrapped cloth here that they're pulling off. Okay, I think we're about done with this one. Check out my evil hand. Check out my evil hand. Oops. Okie dokie. Next one. There's only 2 left. We might get through this today. Cowboy Asimar Nephilim. Oh, okay. Steam Kineticist. Interesting. Steam Kineticist Cowboy. That's pretty good. It does say cowboy. I like making my I like making my Asimars ladies because they're just supposed to look more angelic in my mind, which is always more effeminate. Which I can still do. I like drawing the sexy angel ladies.
Yeah, it's far easier to draw a sexy angel lady versus a sexy angel guy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
In my experience, it has definitely been easier.
Just draw Orlando Bloom and then call it a day.
That's fair.
That is not a good cowboy hat. That's a bad cowboy hat. I was looking at Atomic was talking in chat yesterday about making some little figure standees. I was wondering how difficult it would be to 3D print some of those. I found a good model to use.
Are you talking about like just the little plastic standees that you put cardboard cutouts in?
Yeah.
Or okay.
I found one.
Those are pretty simple. Depends on the overall design, but yeah, they're really simple.
I might have to commission some of those. We'll see if Dalcor wants to print some first.
Yeah, that's what I was initially thinking. He should probably know about the fact that you don't, for 3D printing at least, you don't want very many 90-degree angles on things things that need strength.
I found one online that looks like this. And then this is just 2 gentle slopes. So that way it folds the paper a little bit so that it stands up straight. I kind of want to try that one. I'll see if that one is any good. Then you just stick the paper in. I don't know what I'm drawing there, but whatever.
Yeah, or the other thing that you could also do is make it so that it has a small slit in the bottom of it.
Oh, so you like pull it all the way through and then fold it over?
Exactly.
Gotcha. What if we went biblical angel here? Just
as
eyes and
awesome
eyes
as
and
that
eyes.
concept is, I feel that it is definitely being overdone more recently.
It's definitely the mimic thing, right?
Yeah, it's the, oh, let's do everything. Let's make a tennis ball that's biblically accurate.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What you doing, kid? Find a train?
Found a train.
You got water? Do you not want to sit?
No, I didn't want to sit down.
Bless you. Okay, kid.
Do you want me to take him away?
All right, steam powered angel man. Here we go. I do feel like if you're going to be an ASMR, there are some pretty cool things you can do with the biblically accurate stuff, like floating wings, extra eyeballs. Give somebody like
steam-powered angel man who plays Beyblade.
Did you say powering a Beyblade?
No, playing a Beyblade game.
Okay. Phillips, welcome in. Don't mind me just lurking around. No problem. Maybe we'll do this. I kind of dig this idea now, so we're gonna try this out. There are two instances of angels that I really enjoy in media. One is from the Winchester boys. Shoot, Supernatural, where they accidentally basically contact an angel, thinking they were summoning a demon, and the lady forces the angel to show itself, and it burns her eyeballs out. That sucks, but I also like. I think that's great.
Yeah, that's definitely channeling the penance stare philosophy.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And like, so I dig that concept of an angel just being like, "Hey, don't do this." They're like, "Fuck you, demon! I'm gonna make you show yourself." Like, don't do it. No one's supposed to look at an angel. So then in the Dresden books, Dresden runs into an angel and he turns on his wizard sight, which is a thing he can do. And he's like, I'm gonna see what this thing actually is. And like as he's looking at it, the angel just kind of like bitch slaps the wizard sense out of him. He's like, don't do that. He's like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. He's like, yeah, don't look at us like that. That's bad. So I do like the idea that angels are just kind of, they're just as eldritch as other eldritch creatures. They've just found a way to like manifest themselves in a way that doesn't mess with people's brains, because they're here to help humanity, right? Like they've.
Well, it's kind of the same concept that they used in Babylon 5 with the Vorlons, right?
Ooh, I don't remember that.
Because, well, so the meat and potatoes of it is that the Vorlons and the Shadows were the child faction of a super old ancient race well, multiple races in all reality. It created all the current universe creatures and races, which means that inherently all the races saw specifically the Vorlons
Okay.
as a version of themselves, but angelic. So an idealized version.
That's cool.
So
I like that.
So if they looked at the actual Vorlon themselves, they only saw themselves as an angel.
Everybody just sees their own race.
Correct.
That's cool. Ah, sci-fi explaining away religion. Turns out it was us all along. The Angelarium is a unique art book. I think I have that. I think I have that one. No, I might have a different one. I have a different one. Encyclopedia of Angels. Gotcha. This one is just something on fire. That one's super cool. I know that artist. That's shoot, what's his name? Oh, no, it's Peter Moorbacher. Interesting. Well, never mind. Cowboy haircut. Might have gone a little overboard with the ears, but whatever. Okay, Steam Kineticist. Here we go. Caught up in the YouTube lore videos one day. Nice. Okay, cowboy, cowboy, cowboy. We need a scarf, or we need a coat. Cowboy's got to cover that dust. I should have hopefully a new build for the game out tonight that I'll post in Discord. I didn't get a lot of feedback on the last one. I think I only had like 2 people play it.
Yeah,
But-
I have not heard anything bad from all the people that have
Oh, you did let other
played
people
it
play
for,
it. Okay.
for a little while. Yeah, they played it for about 20-30 minutes and like, this is pretty cool. Pretty solid concept.
I got endless mode working, so now you can actually just play it for as long as you want.
Nice.
And that scales right now. I have it scaling linearly. I think I'll have to double check. I figured out a way to make it scale linearly and exponentially. And the difference is like at wave 100, you fight 230 crabs or like 1680 crabs. And so it's like it could be two different difficulty levels, I think, for sure. But there's gonna be a lot of tweaking with that. And then I've added the end screen gives you 3 options and gold as an option, so you can get gold instead of a pearl if you don't want one. And then I'm gonna try to tonight, before I push that, make it so you can re-roll these, so that you can, if you don't like them, you can like spend gold to re-roll them, which gives you something to do with gold.
Right.
I think I'm also going to scale down the cost of things. I think I kind of want people to build lots of towers, but we'll find out. Dalcor and I have been fiddling with that quite a bit. A Steam Kineticist,
Yeah.
huh?
I find that most tower defense games definitely are not either linear or exponential scales,
Right.
right? They're more
The
they
general
ramp up
yeah.
in certain plateaus, right?
Because the problem is there's a few ways to look at at level design for tower defense games, there's linear, which is just like a continued progression, and then there's the stepped tier where it's like you hit a boss wave and the difficulty spikes, right, and then keeps going, and then it spikes, and then it keeps going. And then with exponential, it just gets harder and harder and harder and harder until you die. The problem with all of these is in balancing is that if you have these big jumps here, how is the player's level progressing as well? Because every level they're going to get X amount of gold from killing the waves, the creatures, the enemies, and then they get a buff, some kind of buff. And so those buffs can cause these spikes. And so if you're doing it linearly and you hit one of those level, like you get a really good pearl, now the player is just always ahead of the curve because you're still getting the same amount of gold and things every time. And so it's really hard to balance what each, and that's part of the RNG of roguelikes, right? It's like there are games where the monsters just scale way faster than you can, and vice versa. And so it's very much a balancing of, okay, when do we want these spikes? Are people going to constantly get stuck on the same level because that spike is too hard? How do we make sure that all the pearls are relatively balanced, and then the combination of them is the thing that like really starts getting bananas? So it's not bad. That's the challenge I have to try to figure out, right? So
yeah, that's
right now I think
ever-present challenge.
That's my present challenge, and it's fun. It's fun to try to figure that out. So we'll see how it goes. I kind of want to just start with like the linear leveling and see how often people shoot past that and be okay. So maybe we can do exponential, but then like people maybe can't go fast enough, or it peters off towards the end. It's like, okay, so then we do need spikes. We need spikes at certain points where the players start feeling overwhelmed or underwhelmed, and just try to find that good middle ground of planning. I have written all that into the code. I just haven't done it yet, so that it's playable. We can play it and try it and fiddle with things. And I just have to get people to play it.
Yeah. Silk Song is coming out.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, how do I show this guy being a steam kineticist? Steam on his hands? Antediluvian. Oh, I know that word. Stuff makes me want to dig in more and more. So much. Is that like the pre-world people thing? The people before people? Oh, he's a cowboy, but he's a kineticist. Do kineticists? I don't think. I want to give him a steam-powered Gatling gun, but.
So he has gloves that cause heat that boils water. Interesting.
I kind of want to give him a trench coat that doesn't have sleeves.
Wow.
That feels super gross.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah. I don't want sand in my mouth, but I can get it in my pits.
Yeah. Well, why is your trench coat so weird? Because sleeves are bullshit.
Sleeves are bullshit.
Okay.
I'm gonna get rid of the ears. I don't think the ears are helping. Let's do this. He's got his head wrapped up. His ears are probably covered up too. Okay, we're gonna do this. I think there's a kineticist that just shoots elemental poop. But I always think of the kineticist as more like Avatar stuff. More monkish than... Corvus would be able to correct me here.
Could be like Final Fantasy Unlimited.
You're gonna have to explain that.
Oh, let me see.
I don't want to give him a big robe, but I'd like the trench coat. Maybe I need to give him a poncho instead. We could give him a poncho. I love me a good poncho, but I never know. I never feel like I can wear them anywhere.
Video.
Maybe he's got the cowboy hat. Just took it off so he can see. He's got a big old sombrero.
Audio is really low on this, but it'll do.
Can you draw Zeus in a baseball cap? Samuel, can you make that a D&D character? And I will draw it. Why a baseball cap? I could draw you a bearded dwarf in a baseball cap. You gotta give me a class though. Them's the rules.
There, I put a video link in the Discord for you.
Final Fantasy Unlimited summons. Let's do this. Oh, this was a show?
Yep. Way back in the 90s, I believe.
Mother Bullet? I didn't know this existed. That's a lot of the exact same scene, but with color shifts happening.
Yep.
That's funny.
I mean, this is definitely what they did back in the day.
Yep. Hey, if you got to draw everything by hand, it takes a while. Reuse what you got, right?
Well, and it was in the era of pre-voxelized CGI.
Sure. That was like scanline rendered CGI.
Yeah. Yeah. Like all the 3D designs and everything were all they're not model based, right? It's all like
vector based.
Yeah, it's all like drawn vectors and splines and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You literally had to create
I think that's what you're trying to say. The spline
create a
rendering.
program to display those specific shapes, right?
Yeah, you have to code it instead of building it.
Yeah.
Do you think this would be a typical guy wearing a hat? Sure. Yeah, we typically draw people's D&D characters, or like Pathfinder, or what have you. So. Oh, God. Alright, what else can I do to make this guy look more cowboyish? Ooh, who's calling me?
I mean, are you going for the idealized American cowboy or?
Okay. What was that? Sorry, I got a telemarketer.
Nah. Are you going for the idealized American cowboy or?
I mean, I don't think so. I've given him a poncho and a sombrero, so I guess not. What kind of shirt would we put on this?
Big and baggy and woven. Either that or silk, right? Poofy silk.
Denim. He's just got a denim jacket underneath.
Yeah. Well, you could definitely go with a denim vest for sure. Some kind of a bolo tie, probably.
Yeah. You can do a bolo tie. Let's just color in. We'll give this poncho some texture, and then we'll probably call it on this guy and do the next one. Cowboy monk looks like kung fu. Yeah. I don't remember who the actor. I mean, I know who the actor. I can see his face, but I don't know who he was. Guy that did kung fu. I'm sad that that didn't get to be Bruce Lee. That would be pretty sweet. Which, if you guys haven't watched Warriors, I suggest it. It's good. That's a good one. Okay, I need to make this guy look like a steam kineticist, so I'm going to give him some glowy shit. Glowy, that's not right.
You could definitely go for more of a Burning Man look.
I'm going to give him some steam coming off here. Move around his head a little bit. Especially with the angel eyes, like, you could do a lot of fun stuff. Bandolier of ammo. He's just got bandolier of steam ammo. Maybe he's got like a jug of water to help with the steam.
steampunk firefighter.
This is a weird party, but I guess all parties are parties. Yeah, that's true. Samuel, if you can give me a one-sentence description of a D&D or RPG character that would look like Zeus with a hat, we can do that. And I will put it on the list for you. If you were a steam kineticist, would you have hair? These are the questions. These are the questions.
Good question.
Or would your hair always be wet and curly?
It would definitely be greasy.
Yeah. Alright, I think we're going to call that one there. Alright, unless Samuel comes up with theirs, we have one more. Half-orc dragon air scion whose powers are from a sovereign dragon. What's a sovereign dragon look like? Doughboy. Metal. Deep. Alright, cool. Let's do it. Big old eyebrows on this bad boy. Ooh, he's an orc too, so that means big chin. Was the high elf crow shaman drawn last time? That doesn't sound familiar. I don't know if I have that on the list. I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, that's not on the list. Do you want me to add that there, Elliot? I don't know if it got put on a different thing or something, but I don't have that one. I'll be right back. Okay. Shoot, what was this guy supposed to be? Dragonborn, sovereign, something. Oh, it's just a sign. Okay. No class. No class given. Sovereign dragons have like weird gold armor for scales. So I kind of wonder if this guy would have like built-in plate. That'd be pretty sweet. I see it on the list from 3 days ago. That is very strange because I'm looking at the list and I don't see it. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Or am I looking at the wrong one? No, that's the right one. I do see a bat paladin. Did we draw a bat paladin? I don't know if we did. That sounds vaguely familiar. Drew a gargoyle. I do see a bat paladin on here that I need to add to the list. Is that your suggestion, Elliot? And do you want me to add it to the list? Or is that something else? Because maybe it might be from someone who got banned or something. But I don't know. I've never done that. So YouTube might have booted him or something. I kind of want to do it this way. Instead of having big horns, I want a big forehead that attaches to horns. I think that'll be good. Once again, Elliot, is this your suggestion or is it just a random one you saw on the list? Because if it's your suggestion, I will add it. But if it's not, then I'm just gonna go on going on. You know. They might have changed it. They might have deleted it and just cached in your thing, etc., etc. But I don't see it, and I just checked, so I'm not sure what's going on. But if it is yours, I will draw it. Well, I'm going to give him like a chest plate, and I think I'm going to... This one's going to be quick. It was my suggestion, but I kind of drew it. Okay. Well, do you want me to draw it or not? What is the weapon you would expect gnomes of the same lineage as an orc you're drawing to carry? What is weapon you would expect a gnome of the same lineage as the orc you're drawing to carry? I don't know. Oh, the sovereign dragons. We could look at those. What's there? It looks like they're the nation of Zhao. The Dragon King, huh? Let's see if he has a preferred weapon. This does look like a Chinese dragon, and this looks like a kind of an old school emperor here. So maybe like what's it called? One of the ringed pole arms, glaives. That could be pretty sweet. The Empire. There we go. Shoe Empire. Oh lordy. The Empire of Shu is credited with saving civilizations across the continent following the end of the Yinzhang and the imperial family of Shu. It was beloved by the Tin Shu people, adopting their name. The metropolis of Gold. So, I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. It's got a very organic vibe to it. Got some weird skin metal going on, which I dig. Okay, I'm gonna draw this other one, and then we'll draw Elliot's crow. Can you give me the full definition or description, please? Excuse me. Thank you. That's super weird. I wonder why it's not showing me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It says there's 13 comments, but it's also showing me that there's only 10. So why is YouTube blocking 3 comments from me?
Could be cached locally.
Maybe. Oh, I found it. Here we go. What the hell are highlighted comments, and why does it... Why would you do that, YouTube? So what else did I miss? Let's see what we got here. Delco did that one. Yeah, weird. It just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Weird. So if I sort by newest first, it shows me all of them. If I sort by top comments, it just doesn't show the newest ones at all, which is weird. Maybe because they don't have any, like, I don't know, why would it truncate it though? That's super weird. Sorry about that, Atomic. I did find it here. I'll put that on the list. Pudgy zombie bard who loves cooking as art. Wearing a war drum. Alright. We have a few more here. Paste. We'll see if the boy goes down for a nap. If not... Can I get a tiefling paladin instead? Yeah, we can do that. Can you give me a just tiefling paladin? Nothing else spectacular? Okay. What's up, kid? Hi. Okay, we got the boy. We're gonna try to draw some stuff. What was I drawing? A bat with a morning star. Bat paladin, tiefling paladin. Those are the same thing. Hey, hey, what are you doing? Kid. Okay, you're going down. There you go. Get out of here. Maybe we move this guy over more. There's got to be room for all of them. We can make it fit.
Where's your keyboard? Let's go find it.
Put it away because we don't play with it.
Okay.
Marker. Any of these work?
Kid.
And I feel like I drew this last week. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. Bat folk. Okay, no, that was a different bat folk. It was a bat folk with a big spoon. This one has a morning star. Technically different characters.
Legally distinct characters.
Is the bat folk from Starfinder? Is that what the bat folk is from?
I have no idea.
There's the weird monkeys. Bless you. The weird glider monkeys, which I'm not a fan of.
Oh, you mean just sugar gliders?
No, the Hadrazi, I think is what they're called.
Oh.
Pretty sure they look like monkeys to me, but they have glider flaps. Paladin of Abadar. Nice. Okay. Paladin. I feel like a bat paladin would have to either have not full plate or just lean into the fact that they're not flying anywhere. I'm gonna go with the not plate.
The armor is their wings.
Yeah, something. Batman flies around, so it's gotta work
True.
somehow.
Can you draw? What are you drawing?
I know how Batman works.
You know how what works?
Batman.
Ah, you can do dexterous builds on paladins. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being dexterous, but like it's a weight thing. Currently, we've been doing this where Drew's character has wings. He's just playing a Strix, and my thought, like Pathfinder 2E does this thing where like for wings they give you you can use an action to basically fly from one place to another. So it's your regular movement, but you can fly instead of walking it. And I think that works. And I think out of combat, I have no problem with his character just being able to fly, whatever, so long as he's not like not hitting a weight limit. And so I think that's a pretty good way to do it. But if you're wearing plate mail, all of a sudden that hits that weight limit real fast. So I don't know how many bat paladins would choose to wear their full plate unless they like really needed to, you know. I feel like it would be designed a little different. So I'm not going to give them like full. Basically do like a half plate type thing. Have it be a little more scale mail-ish, so it has a little more flex to it. What do you got, kid? Yeah, you found the doggy? I forgot this song is just like a tone. I really want to get the, speaking of dex builds on Paladin, I really want to get the Paladin Archer back. I really like that concept. A little more green arrow than...
Oh, like smite arrows.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
that idea. I would trade out the heavy armor for basically like range smite and what was the other thing? Basically, you're just a ranger, right? It's a ranger archetype that makes you more paladin than ranger.
Well, I mean, I could definitely see a.
Which I think you could do in Pathfinder. You could do champion ranger combo pretty easily.
I could definitely see a paladin gunslinger.
Yeah. Yep. The guys from the Dark Tower, they feel very paladinish to me. Bat wings are fingers, right?
Technically, yes.
I think they're fingers. Well, he's supposed to have a mace. The mace could be a weird thing as well. Really like off balance you're flying. Oh boy, kid. What was that? You gonna throw the keys around?
They make a weird noise.
Dun, 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 dun. There we go. I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. Oh, this would not work because of the wings. There we go. Do the wings go all the way down to their legs? Some bats do, I think.
Yeah, some bats will have skin flaps that go from their like pinky all the way down to, well, the pinky of their hand to the pinky of their toes. But that's pretty rare.
Gotcha.
From what I recall.
I miss the days when Smite was a status you placed on a target for extra damage, not a spell. I mean, that's the Ranger aspect of it, right? Like, I think the Ranger and the Paladin are pretty similar. Whereas the Paladin focuses mainly on, like, religious doctrine, and the Ranger focuses on, like, local knowledge. They're both fighting for something sacred to them, right? Like, that's kind of the concept. And so the hunter's mark is still kind of hunting evil in their mind, or something that's out of place. Which, I mean, you can put that on a deer for your hunting. Like, there's a distinction. There's a reason the distinction exists. But I like Smite being a singular attack, like an intentful attack.
Yeah.
Versus the Hunter's Mark, which I think is also really good. I like the Hunter's Mark concept for Rangers, but what was the Paladin version of that?
I mean, warlocks are just paladins, right?
Warlocks are also paladins. Like, It's basically just the core mechanic of target selection, challenging shout, or something to that effect. What was it? Shoot. There's a paladin move where you're like, you and I are fighting. Let's do it. And I dig that. I dig that. And rebuke or something. Can't remember what it's called. The champions in Pathfinder have something neat like that too, where you litany of wrath or something. Just like, hey, I'm gonna smite you in the face. It's gonna be great. I like PF1's version because you could use whatever weapon you wanted to specialize in. Exactly, yeah. I feel like this faction concept for my after Ragnarok setting as the gods of the night, blind gods of redemption, and its active order of worshippers are called the Night March. Are they bad people? Feel free to use it however you want. I think I'm pulling a lot of vibes from Warcraft, so.
I mean, a lot of people definitely do when it comes to orcs.
Oh yeah.
Depends if you go for the OSR version of orcs or you go for the Warcraft version of orcs.
What is OSR?
The like the original D&D orc.
Can you stand up?
OSR, I believe, stands for old school role playing.
Oh, okay. I was trying to make it fit into like the Games Workshop vernacular.
Can you do straight line?
Mushrooms.
All done with that? You want to play like this?
Which I think are very much what the Blizzard orcs came from.
Yeah, the Blizzard orcs are very, very different from the original orc concept.
Yeah.
Same thing with the original kobolds, right? Original kobolds were canine, I believe.
Yep, little dog lizards.
No.
And the original orcs were essentially pig humans.
Okay, I'm done with this bad boy. I am running out of space. Wildly running out of space. Let's do the tiefling, and then I think we might call it Old School Renaissance. It's a style of play to go back to the beginning of the hobby. Oh, interesting. Back when it was just like Axis versus Allies. Recreating the French Revolution. What if instead of the French we're fighting orcs? What are orcs? They came through a dark portal.
I believe nowadays they would say that those types of ideas are, what would it be? It would be like racially coded, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like that's... Yeah, I can't defend that stuff, you know? It's the same thing with a lot of the stereotypical goblin things that we have were racially coded, and I think you can do better as a writer. So, not you specifically, but just in general.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really challenging to deal with those types of issues these days.
Just in general, I think. And a big part of it. A big
yeah.
part of it is it stems from lazy writing and just kind of ignorant bigotry from the time when things were written, right? So I think a big step in the right direction is just acknowledging that that's what that was, and then doing better, right. And
moving forward from it, right? Yeah.
And so I think there's a kind of a challenge to how do you keep the things you loved about those without feeding those stereotypes and still making it the thing that it was, right? Like, I love the tiny crazy goblin mentality. Pathfinder 1 I think did a really good job of doing a shift for goblins, made them something new.
Sure.
But it's not the same, right? It's not the same creature as it was before. So
yeah, well, it definitely shouldn't be, right?
Right. So how do you keep the good essence of the creatures with and kind of decouple it from the stereotypes?
Yeah, I mean, just put that in the bag of things I don't know how to answer, right? Or I don't have a good answer for.
Yeah, I'm not actually asking. It's a rhetorical question. Something to do. Something to do if you're a writer and you're designing your own world.
It's very similar to the argument of, the idea behind what is a race versus what is an ancestry.
Yeah. I was watching a really cool Star Talk about race being a construct when you're talking about genetics. And I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Because then, it's one thing to say, like, oh, you have all these different races of humans. But now when you're throwing in goblins and stuff into the mix, it's like, oh, yeah, those aren't the same at all.
Correct, right?
So it's very much like... even I like the heritage system. I think the heritage system runs great. I should probably stop using the word race, but like it's just easier, and I'm lazy, so I need to do better. But I think the heritage system makes a lot of sense. I do think there should be
heritage and taxonomies, right?
Right. Because if you're a dwarf that was raised by bat folk, you probably don't know how to fly. Like, you can't take that feat. Or if you need a feat that requires 6 arms, you probably can't take that feat. But once again, that goes into you talking with your DM and being creative about it, right? Maybe you have somehow prosthetic wings that the bat people gave you, so you could fly because they needed you to do that. But
right, which could explain the reason why you're a steampunk tinkerer, right?
Yeah, because
you use some kind of a steampunk engine in order to help propel you in your flight.
So just because, and I think that can be a lot of fun. I like the heritage system because it very much is just, here are all the kind of features you can take and go for it. It's not pigeonholing you into one thing or another, which has always been my mentality, which is why in a lot of the older systems I didn't have problems with people, hey, I want to take this goblin feature for my character. It's like, yeah, all right. You're a very goblinish gnome. That's great.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of those older systems definitely allowed for those types of things.
They just didn't talk about it. Like that's the big thing. Is like
they're just like, I mean, sure, it could be a thing. Yeah. We're just not gonna outwardly make it a specific issue, right? But people currently want to focus in on those types of things.
Which is why I generally just ignore the chatter.
Exactly.
I don't know if I like these horns. What kind of horns should we do on this guy? Abaddon. I need to look this up again. The difference between biology and culture becomes far wider when how someone thinks is part of their biological differences. That's an interesting way to look at it. I mean, I think especially the Drow are the great example of trying to rebrand them because they Drow are evil. It's like, yeah, they're written that way on purpose, but they were written that way on purpose because they wanted evil elves compared to their normal elves that they had. And like I said, lazy writing, which is where if you get into like the Dritz books and stuff, they directly talk about that. Like that's the whole premise of the Dritz books, is that people are not their social appearance, right? Not everybody's the same, and they deal with that with orcs, and they deal with that with dwarves and gnomes. Like it's awesome.
Well, and
Dritz
they
books are
also
great.
have the highborn and lowborn elf idea, or the forest elf versus woodland, I guess.
I think the thing that people kind of just always gloss over when they look at these kind of games is that they take the monster manual as gospel, and like you should just never do that.
Agreed.
You should just never do that with anything you do. Like this is a video. It's a game. It is a game. So you have to unify something, and it's like, hey, in the modules we wrote, in the books that we're writing, these are the stats you should use, and here are what we think they should be. Because everybody can be everything. Like there's no reason they can't be. And I think people.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are focused in much more on the idea of everything has to be a Adventure League analog,
Right.
which is
Yep.
most definitely not the case. It
Which
should
I think-
not be the case.
I do want to push back that like Adventure League is 100% legitimate. Like I don't want to be like Adventure League is bullshit. Don't do it because it's too stuck in itself and you have to do it rules as written. Like that's a fine way to play. And just people can't be can't be disillusioned by, hey, I'm playing a version of this game that is 100% set on the rules, and it's like, great. If you are upset about that, don't play it. like you don't have to play it because it's designed to work for their modules, and it's designed to work with ease of access and not having to come up with your own creative stuff.
It's like what it's very similar to the concept of, okay, you have two athletes, one person is a basketball player and wants to play basketball, but inside of a boxing arena, and the other guy's a boxer. It's like,
yeah, I would even go farther to say it's more akin to like playing two different types of basketball, or playing like professional league tennis and just playing tennis at your local high school, right? It's like they're the same technical rules, but like you're gonna one is meant to be very structured and very strict, and the other one is meant to be more casual, and I think those are totally fine. Same thing with Magic the Gathering. Like standard play can be fun because it has limited sets, but it's also fun to make your own decks that are wild and crazy and do whatever they want. And I think there's just too much conflict between those two concepts. People just want to be mad, and I don't like it. I don't like talking about it. So we put humans in monster books. Here's where they become combat antagonists for your heroes. Exactly. Yeah, like here's the monstrous version of the thing that we think you would enjoy playing. Abaddon is the demon plane, right? But I can't find what they look like. They're just weird looking, right? Like they're more what's the word I'm looking for? Less demon and more outer planes? Can't think of words right now. Abominations.
So to go with the Pathfinder version of Abaddon, you see much more Chimera-like, whereas the D&D is much more Bat Devil. Huh.
Sorry, the boy is upset now.
No, you're fine.
Might go more might go more Diablo than dragon stuff. Diablo 3 had the vibe right. How would you describe your tiefling's horns? Uncomfortable. Wildly uncomfortable. I gotta go make some more watermelon jerky.
Oh.
Last time I put tahini on it, not tahini, jeepus.
Spicy.
The spicy stuff. This stuff, whatever this is. If people know what I'm talking about, great. If not, don't worry about it. But I think I might want to try to put some like Worcestershire on it. Give it a little salt, a little umami.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I might try that. It's just dehydrated watermelon, but like dehydrated watermelon is amazing because it just concentrates the flavor. So good.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I feel like I accidentally made this guy look like a deer. A demonic deer man. I think I said Apadar, the guy in the gold armor that controls the banks. Oh.
That's
what did
a
I look up?
completely different direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I look up Abaddon? I did. I looked up Abaddon. Abadar. Oh, that's, yeah.
Oh yeah. Some people are saying put tagine seasoning on their watermelon jerky.
So should we go like slick horns? Maybe no horns? Sacred animal, the monkey. Pantheon covenants, the God Claw. What is the God Claw? Oh, it's the Hell Knight Order of the God Claw. That's cool.
People making Cajun style spicy watermelon jerky.
I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to just give him a helmet.
God, that just sounds evil. Lime, jalapeno, and ghost pepper infused watermelon jerky.
Say it again.
Lime, jalapeno, and ghost pepper infused
That could be good.
watermelon jerky.
I'd be happy. Is that so?
Wow. But yeah, dehydrated strawberries are really good.
Yeah, I dig dehydrators. I'll make my own jerky instead of paying $12 for it. I still pay $12 for it because I, buy a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm sad because the place I buy my meat from won't cut it thin enough for me. So I'm like, wow, so I have to do it myself by hand, which is fine. I'm just lazy. But I miss having a meat slicer.
So you don't have a butcher nearby?
I do, I just don't want to go there because it's more expensive.
Oh, well, yeah, it's true.
I'm what you call a cheap ass.
Yeah, I get it. Makes sense. I'm sure you could retrofit a mandolin to be able to slice watermelon, though.
Wait, what? Sorry, you're real quiet again.
You could retrofit a mandolin to be able to slice watermelon into strips.
Yeah, no, you don't have watermelon. You can cut into like 1/4-inch strips pretty easily with a knife, and then that's about the thickness you want for dehydrating them because they lose so much water. Horned monkey Hell Knight is probably cooler than half the stuff I can come up with. Yeah, just playing. What is it? What are the monkeys called in Pathfinder? They didn't get into second edition yet. I did a video on them. Dang it. Words escaped me today. I'm gonna get rid of these because these should look way more slick now. Venara is the word I was looking for. The Venara. What do you got? Oh, that's pretty clever. The kid took the marker from his pen and put it inside of a Christmas tree ornament ball.
Clever one.
Oh, I just realized I haven't been in the Discord chat for who knows how long. I'm sorry, everybody. I've been in the Discord and draw. Thank you for posting this. That's super badass. What's that undead thing? Is that one of the angels?
It's another variant of Abaddon.
Ah. I've come to count the coffers.
Yeah.
It's just that's what the IRS agents look like in Galarian.
Certainly what it feels like when you get audited, for sure.
That.
Oh my. It shocks me time and time again just how popular Dungeon Crawler Carl is.
Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that is. Are you
It's a
cursing me with
series
some
of-
weird knowledge that I shouldn't
It's
know
a
about?
series of novels.
Okay. Quick question about the the game Inferno. When you played it, did you realize that you could equip the fire pearls to the towers? Actually, I don't think that was
I
available.
did
Then. Never mind. Could you attach them to
Did
yourself?
not. Yeah, I didn't realize you could attach those to anything.
Okay. I'll work on that. I think that was a lot of people's first kind of realizations that they were like, "Oh, you can."
Yeah,
upgrade
that would kind of change everything.
Mm-hmm. So I got to come up with a good little tutorial thing to show that off. It's time for art. So I'm finally at it. Time for art. I keep saying that, and I keep finding things to edit in the code.
I don't think there will be a time that you will stop editing the code, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Atomic, I don't want to paint this gold. Like I do want to paint it gold, but I don't know if I have it in me today. Let's see if we can. Let's give it one pass. We'll give it one pass of like an underlay, and then I think we'll call it. We'll call it for the day. The boy is getting spicy. So we need to give him some attention. Probably try to put him down for a nap. What time is it? 12:40? Pretty good today. We did pretty good today. All right, give me the dime store 2-sentence description of what this book is about.
It's not just one book, but
Is it an isekai?
nah. Have you ever read any of the lit RPG books?
No.
So
Is it a choose your own adventure?
No, think of like an RPG game, but in a literary work. No, that's
Oh, like
That's
so you're
probably not
playing the RPG by reading the book.
correct.
Okay. So it's like a solo campaign.
That's definitely one of the ways that people treat it for sure.
Okay.
It's a very distinct writing style.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, this is a pretty good summation of at least what I've read anyway. Which is the first couple books. Oh no, split it.
Did you just chat GPT a description of the book?
No, I grabbed the first paragraph from first 4 paragraphs from Wikipedia. Because it contains block content. Interesting. Okay.
I think you gave me what I wanted.
Well, you
Don't worry
can
about
see it. You can see it at least. So.
I think you basically answered my question. So. What are you doing, kid?
Looking in a journal book.
I do want to get better at drawing gold things, so this is a good practice for me. I've been watching Dan to Dan, and they keep showing off the golden balls. If you know what that means, you know what that means, and that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. But I love the way they paint them. I love the way they paint them. It's very like dry brushy, and I want to kind of grab that vibe for the game aesthetic. So I'm gonna have to make some new brushes, I think, because it's very. I think I need square brushes to try to get that vibe. Baba bois? That is a tired baby is what I hear. Can't imagine the gold helmet transitioning into the game art style. What do you mean? And then I think we're going to make this guy kind of blue, just because I like blue skin tones. They are fun to me. Make people seem a little bit dead, which is also kind of neat. Yes, child. Want the dice? You can have the dice, just don't put it in your mouth, okay? You were eating a marker earlier, weren't you? They're non-toxic, it's fine.
Yeah, when I was growing up, the scented Sharpies just seemed like a bad idea. It's like, why would you want to purposefully make these very large, chunky Sharpies smell like grapes?
Yeah. I mean, they were putting lead in everything anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, this is true.
Do you want your kid to put something in their mouth that they're not supposed to? Scented markers. Like, don't do that. I always thought that was funny about the, like they started putting funky smells in the glue so that you wouldn't like the smell of them. And I know a bunch of kids that just like, that smells amazing. It's like, oh God.
Exactly. Or you had the people that are like, oh, this is a challenge now.
Yep. Okay. I think that is it. I think that is the done skis. All right, that's all I got today, everybody. I think we're gonna call it. I think we're gonna. Oops. Oops. Man, Magma, get out of here. I keep trying to use Photoshop shortcuts, and it just borks everything up. How do you feel about the old tiefling ASMR that looked weird as hell to get versus the modern versions just being demon-like and angel-like? I mean, Christopher, go watch my video on ASMRs. I'm very opinionated about this. I think the tieflings really should just be outsider scions, so they can be really anything, like any demon, any angel, any axiom, whatever you want. And then, like I said from the books earlier, like the ASMRs that were written for the D&D campaign were very specific ASMRs. So like not all ASMRs are like that. And same thing with the tieflings. Like very much there's a place that a lot of the tieflings in the D&D universe come from, and so they're all very similar. But they don't have to look like that at all. So I'm very much of that mind that you should be able to do whatever you want and have a weird like chain demon tiefling, or a what was the other one? The ones with like the big claw hands. I think that would be pretty neat. I can't remember what they're called right now, but they're pretty funky looking. I use them all the time. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for hanging out today, everybody. I will keep working on the video over the weekend. I will try to post the new video game build in the Discord. If you want to copy that, let me know. Otherwise, it'll just be up for the Patreon members. I do like the idea of maybe doing more art-driven, like art class type question redraw videos, probably on Twitch. If that's something you're interested in, message me in the work in progress, or share something like, hey, can you look at this and give me a redraw or something? That would be neat. I'd be down for that. So, besides that, that's all I have. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and bye. Catch you next time.